Hi guys, welcome to Counterpoint Star Wars. My name is Connor, and today we're going to be breaking down the Sacrifice and Betrayed cinematics from Star Wars: The Old Republic. Perhaps some of the best pieces of Star Wars art ever created. There is some great lore and battles in these segments, and so I'm ecstatic to break them down for you today.
A man can have anything if he's willing to sacrifice. With your birth comes a solemn vow. You will have nothing.
More troops! Over there! Yeah!
Your privilege is the dirt. In the darkness, only ambition will guide you. The oaths you swear, the promises you make, they are yours alone. Your freedom will be the wars you wage. Your birthright, the losses you suffer. Your entitlement, the pain you endure. And when darkness finds you, you will face it alone.
The Sacrifice and Betrayed cinematics show us some of the most powerful force beings in all of galactic history and a new faction, the Eternal Empire. If you need a full breakdown of galactic history, check out previous episodes, but here's what you need to focus on. Around the year 5000 before the Battle of Yavin, the Sith Empire waged war on the Galactic Republic during the Great Hyperspace War and lost. Many Sith Lords were killed or scattered, leading to a power vacuum. A powerful but patient and pragmatic Sith Lord Vitiate gathered many Sith nobles onto the planet of Nathema and sacrificed them and the planet's population in a dark ritual, absorbing their Force essence. This made him wildly powerful in the Force and gave him abilities some would find unnatural. Lord Vitiate took on the moniker of simply the Sith Emperor, as he was now a demigod, effectively an immortal Force ghost, capable of possessing or bending many bodies at once. The Sith Emperor would possess a voice who would be his vessel to guide the Sith Empire. Around the year 4000 BBY, the Sith Emperor prodded the Mandalorians into war with the Republic and corrupted two Jedi Knights known as Revan and Malak. He manipulated these Jedi into attacking the Republic during the Jedi Civil War, causing even more strife. In 3681, the Sith Empire launched a full-scale invasion of Republic space. The Emperor guided this war through his servants, but a mystery seized his curiosity. The Emperor heard of an undefeatable navy in the area of the galaxy referred to as Wild Space. This unstoppable navy had only been defeated by one supership, the Gravestone. The Emperor believed that these ships may be the key to galactic dominance and possessed a man by the name of Valkorion who lived on the planet of Zakul. Valkorion seized power and claimed to be a god incarnate, blessed by the Force to banish the pantheon of old and to lead Zakul to greatness and galactic rule. Through his demonstration of Force powers, Valkorion was worshipped as a god by the subjects of the Eternal Empire, who dedicated their lives to his service and the fulfillment of his vision. The voice of the Emperor in the Sith Empire was ultimately defeated by the redeemed Jedi Knight Revan, and by betrayals amongst the Sith ranks. The Emperor dismissed the Sith Empire as a failed experiment, and he poured his essence into Valkorion to begin a new plan. The Eternal Empire would build a great fleet, find the Gravestone capital ship, and bring the galaxy to heel so that Valkorion might rule as a god. The people of Zakuul worshipped Valkorion as a living god emanating from a cruel pantheon who was to be obeyed in all matters. Force-sensitive warriors were recruited into two orders, the Knights of Zakuul and the Scions of Zakuul. The Knights were warriors, bodyguards, and battlefield commanders, while the Scions were oracles capable of seeing the fates and future of battles. Valkorion began replacing his personal guard with more dependable droids known as Sky Troopers. A female knight spoke against her god, shocking everyone and bringing her to the attention of the Emperor. This knight was named Senya, and soon she became the Emperor's lover. She gave birth to 3 children, twin boys, Thexan and Arcan, and a girl, Vaylin. The children were entranced by their father and brought up in Zakuulian culture. They wished to win the favor of their father and God, but he seemed to ignore their victories. This is reinforced by the speech we hear from Valkorion as we watch the twin boys grow up and enter into battle on behalf of the Eternal Empire. A man can have anything if he's willing to sacrifice. You will have nothing. Your privilege is the dirt. In the darkness, only ambition will guide you. The oaths you swear and promises you make, they are yours alone. Your freedom will be the wars you wage. Your birthright will be the losses you suffer. Your entitlement is the pain you endure. When the darkness finds you, you will face it alone. From this speech, we can gather that the Emperor is not of profound sentiment for his children. They are tools meant to further his own ambitions and to rise or die without the intercession of their father or each other. The Emperor seems to look on with apathy as the boys defeat guards and grasp each other in fraternity. The boys grow up and are desperate to gain the respect and love of their father. To do this, they go on crusade for the Eternal Empire. The Sith Empire was already weak from its invasion into the Republic. The Republic was already weak from its defense against the Sith. This made them easy pickings for the princes of the Eternal Empire. The boys are shown taking down Sith warriors, Republic troopers, and even Jedi. Arcan is wounded in battle and half of his face and one of his arms is replaced with bionics. Thexan appears less angered by his father's neglect, but this is ultimately his downfall.
Come with me, son.
In tribute to their father, the princes show the flags and weapons of their enemies, both of the Sith and Jedi origin. The princes have fulfilled their father's dream. They have used the Eternal Fleet in decisive planetary battles to defeat the Sith Empire and the Republic. At great personal cost, the princes have brought the galaxy to heel. Valkorion turns away again, sending Arcan into a blind rage. Arcan leaps across the throne room to cut down his father with a lightsaber. Thexan drags his brother back and defends himself, but his love for his brother slows him. In a moment, Arcan has cut his brother down and holds him as he dies. For the first time ever, Emperor Valkorion, god of Zakuul and future ruler of the galaxy, tells Arcan, "Come with me, son." This is the moment he has been waiting for since the twins' birth. The point was to always have one brother emerge victorious over the other. Not only would the survivor be more powerful, they would be driven by external hatred of the Empire's enemies and the guilt and self-hatred of killing their brother. This would make them all the more powerful and ruthless in the dark side of the Force, making them a valuable weapon wielded in Valkorion's name. This was always the plan. However, as Sith often have, there is always a backup.
Another. Fight.
Senya loved her children, and it was her great guilt that she could not protect them from their father, or the galaxy from them. The princes were destined to serve their father, and the few times Senya tried to protect her sons, the sons chastised her, believing in their father's vision. Senya was allowed to keep a closer relationship with her daughter Vaylin, but Senya always feared her power. The combination of Senya's force sensitivity as a Knight of Zakul and the power of a living god created children who were wildly powerful in the force. Vaylin's power was the most temperamental of all the children, as she was moving furniture while still in the womb, and was able to use telekinesis without any training. Senya concealed Vaylin's power to protect her, but eventually there was no hiding it. During a sparring session, Vaylin became enraged and killed half a dozen Knights of Zakul by crushing them in their armor. The Emperor saw the incident and took charge of his daughter. The Emperor took Vaylin to Nathema, the planet on which he had sacrificed billions of souls for his own power, in order to constrain hers. Nathema had become a void in the Force. Its only population were cultists named the Nathema Zealots, who studied this void. They had great powers in the dark side of the Force, but it was darker than that used by the Sith. If the Zealots left the planet, their connection soon waned. Vaylin was given to the Zealots to be experimented on, and so that her powers may be constrained. Vaylin's mind was broken and her powers locked, so that she would never be a threat to Valkorion. Senya sensed her daughter's torture and traveled to Nathema to try and save her.
Stay behind me.
Senya shows her skills as a knight of Zakul, defeating a half-dozen zealots in combat. Unfortunately, Vaylin's mind is broken by the time of Senya's attempted rescue. Vaylin blames her mother for abandoning her as much as she blames the Emperor for torturing her. Vaylin returns to the Emperor because while her existence will be painful, she will be a servant of the Eternal Empire and its greatness. Unable to save her children, Senya exiled herself to the fringes of the Empire where she continued to serve as a knight. She only heard of Prince Theksan's death, allegedly in battle. In the Eternal Empire narrative, a powerful Jedi warrior known as the Outlander confronts Emperor Valkorion. Prince Arcan uses this conflict to kill Valkorion, whose warp spirit possesses the Outlander. The Outlander is frozen in carbonite, and Arcan assumes the throne. Vaylin is appointed High Justice of the Eternal Empire and serves as the Hand of the King. Emperor Arcan began a purge of potential dissidents, including the Scions of Zakul, the oracles who might predict fates against his rule. Killing the Scions prompts Senya to return in an attempt to stop the bloodthirsty rule of her children. The Outlander is freed by allies and flees. Soon the Outlander, Senya, and a joint strike mission of Sith and Jedi known as the Eternal Alliance form a rebellion against the rule of Emperor Arcan. Power changes hands many times, but ultimately Arcan is defeated and surrenders. Vaylin is killed in battle. The Emperor's Force Spirit is exposed and ultimately destroyed. Not only are these some of the coolest cinematics in Star Wars history, but it expands the universe in a way that I think a lot of Star Wars media simply doesn't. It doesn't take away from the Jedi or Sith while creating another faction of Force users who do not follow their vision. This faction has its own philosophy, religion, aesthetic, and martial prowess, making them an interesting enemy to contemplate. The origins of the Emperor and his godlike powers also explain some of the intrigues of the Sith who come after him. Ultimately, we still get Space Wizard knights dueling in epic battles, but we get so much more cool stuff alongside that. So if you like this video and want to support the channel, please remember to like it, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for new videos, and comment for the comment gods. Your viewership alone helps me on the algorithm and is appreciated. If you want to take your support a bit further, please become a YouTube member or join us at patreon.com/counterpoints. Check out the other videos on the channel, support our sponsors, and I'll catch you in the next one. Weapons are a part of my religion. This is the way.